Hi, Lee. Hi, Stacy. Crafting Queen. Hi, Chow and Mr. Tran. Hello, God's Desire. Margaret in Australia. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Roxanne. Hello, Kiki. Hi, Melody. Hello, Jamie. Emily. Wow. Linnea. Deborah. Judy. Caroline. Hi, Sherry. She is an amazing daughter. I'm very, very lucky. Yes, happy Mother's Day to everybody. Hello, Dr. Early. Hi, Vals. What size is this? Ah, well, I'll tell you my Mother's Day story quick, and then we'll get to Stampin' here. So I did not plan on doing anything today. It was just a normal Sunday day off, you know, other than cutting the grass. And so Leah and I slept in a little bit, and then I got like 8 billion text messages from everybody because, you know, that's just how it goes when you try to sleep in. Just kidding. But her dad said he was going to come visit, and I said, that's fine. And he came a little after lunch, which was after I'd cut the grass, which was fine. And then he brought for me, if you didn't see, he brought, I had mentioned that I needed a fillet knife and a knife to butcher my fish. So he brought me these 2 nice knives, which he's in the restaurant business. So he knows what to buy. And then he took Leah, took Leah to a parking lot so she could practice riding her bike a little bit. And then after that, we went and got Chinese food. And it was really cool because our Chinese restaurant has been closed until this week. So Leah and I had even said last week, like, we wouldn't mind some Chinese food, but because it was closed, we didn't get any. But he goes up to the door, and they made a makeshift door. It almost looked like a doggy door. And it had like a little slot, and it said, put your money in here and your food comes out here. It was kind of cool. So he got us some Chinese food for lunch. And then came back to the house, and I had said, like, I want to go fishing, but Leah didn't want to go. So he brought some cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory. So we had some of that. And then he left. And then after he left, I was like, please, Leah, can we go fishing? Mommy would really love to go fishing. And she was like, fine. So we get down to the lake, and she was just really not into it. Like, this child was like, nope. Not gonna do it. Don't want to do it. Can't make me do it. So I was like, all right. And the lake was pretty crowded, so I don't blame her. So, you know, we were just kind of down there farting around. Well, I threw her line, and all my worms were kind of old anyway, so I knew we weren't going to last very long. And so I threw her line in on a bobber with a worm. And then my line kept getting tangled. She's basically laying in the back of the car, like, I'm just going to hang out back here. And I see a fish jump, and I'm like, Leah, a fish jumped right by your line. So she's like, okay. So she jumps out of the car, and just as she gets ready to jump out of the car, her bobber goes down. So I grab it. I start reeling it in. There's definitely a fish on there. I say to her, here, you have to take this while I grab the net. It comes up, and you can see it's a pretty nice size rainbow trout. I'm like, oh my God, Leah, it's a really big rainbow trout. So she's getting excited. She's reeling it in. I turn around to grab the net, and she goes, Mommy, it's gone. And I'm like, what do you mean it's gone? And sure enough, it jumped the line. It snapped her line, actually, because her bobber went floating. And she was holding onto her rod with the one line that was left, and fish was gone. Gone. All right, I don't know what size paper I'm supposed to be cutting here. I might want to look up some directions here. I did make some cards last night. I wanted to show you guys. So remember, we had stamped out these treats. Lee had sent these Crafter's Companion layered stamps. It's hard to see. Oh, there you can see. I put some shimmer on the cupcake, and then I did some little sprinkle background here and put some sequins on there. Hello, Beverly. And then for this one, I cut out another macaron and I put a little piece of foam tape behind there on that one. And then here's the big flamingo one. This is some old Stampin' Up foil cardstock in pink. This is also some Stampin' Up DSP. And put that. So that's a pretty big card. But so those are ready to go. How was everybody else's Mother's Day? Do a normal card size, Stacy? Yeah, but then the turny thingy's not going to work. I cut this down to 5 by 3 3/4. I don't have I have this little thingy that I put the X on. I didn't put the X on my stamp. I just figured if I throw this down, it will match close enough. Which I know is not how you're supposed to do this. And Nell says her Mother's Day was quiet. Good. Sherry built a pegboard. Yay. Oh, Bonnie's fur baby. Bonnie, you have undivided love. Yes, I know. So, wait, can we build that quick? Can we build a base? How can we build a base? How big is the base? Somebody measure it for me, and I will laminate it quick. Hi, Tracy. Happy Mother's Day, honey. Charlotte got a video call and a card. Sweet. Yes, we know, Tracy. We're so proud of you. All right, I know I got to mark the stamp, so let's do this the right way here. Stacy's going to go measure for me. Stacy's always taking care of me. I don't want that on there like that. I want to be able to... Don't mind me talking to myself. I kind of know what I'm doing sometimes. Just carry on. Keep in mind, you guys, that today is what, the 10th, right? So the card exchange, you want to have your cards mailed by the 15th so that everybody gets their card. 6 1/2, 6 1/2 with a 1/2 inch around laminate. Okay, so let me mark this bad boy quick. That didn't work. Okay, so the first thing you're supposed to do when you get your Turnabout stamps is you're supposed to take the little guide that they give you, and you're supposed to mark the center point and mark your stamp. And then Stacy showed me yesterday, because I was struggling a little bit with this one, so I did a phone a friend and she helped me out. Well, hello, Leah's father. You're just all about supporting me today, aren't you? All right, 6.5 by 6.5. This is, how big is this one? All right, so let me cut a thicker piece of paper for that. Okay, so Stacy says 6.5. Once you make the guide, you don't have to make the guide again. All right, so 6.5 by 6.5. Okay, so then Stacy says laminate this. Do I need to put the X on this, Stacy, before I laminate it? Ah, yes, she says that. I'm reading directions here. I'm a little slow. Also turn arrows. Okay. Nope, I got it. So, okay, and then like that, Stace. I'm even gonna go so far as to number it. Okay, so 6.5 by 6.5. Oh, I got it. Okay. Okay, perfect. All right. So I'm going to laminate that. Let me grab my laminator. Well, I'll grab my big mink and laminate it. Did you guys watch Leah's little video she sneakily made yesterday when I was cooking dinner before my live? So I had just finished filming a video and I left my iPad out, and then, you know, I said to her, I'm going to go cook dinner and then I'm going to come back down and we're going to do the live. And she's like, okay. And she's like, oh, I have to make a card for Daddy since Daddy's coming. I'm like, okay, no problem. You know, do whatever you need to do. Just thinking she was just going to sit over here. And she often talks to herself because she does pretend YouTube videos from watching me, but she watches a lot of YouTube. So it's no, like when she's talking and she says, I'm filming a video, she's really just being like pretend play. Well, that's what I thought she was doing. So, like, a couple times I yelled down, hey, what do you want to drink? Dinner's almost ready. You know, don't forget to wash your hands and all that stuff. And she's like, okay, no problem. And then I came down and I was like, where are you? What are you doing? And she's like, the look on her face was just like, am I in trouble? And I was like, what are you doing? And she's like, I made you a card. And then I saw that the iPad was on and I was like, are you recording this? And then I was like, is she live? I was worried, like, is she live or were you like filming it? And she's like, I recorded it. So I thought, okay, this is going to be like her like rambling on. And did you see like all the pauses and stuff she did? I'm like, Leah, I watched it last night. I'm like, this is so much better than your mom's videos. I'm like, you're totally going to take over my channel. All right, this is the laminating pouches I use for actual laminating. They're really heavy, 5mm thickness. So, well, it was just funny because she's like, the one part where she was coloring, and she was like, bibbity bobbity boop, and she paused it and brought the colors in. I was like, wow, that was good. She's like, I gotta hurry up because my mom's making dinner. So I said, this is the best Mother's Day. She never finished the card, by the way. She just was like, okay, I'm done with it. But that was like the best Mother's Day video and card. And, you know, we'll definitely look back on it in a couple years when she's like, can you take my video down? I don't want people seeing me like that. Hi, Crystal. I was really hoping that she would get that big fish today. All right, so we're just gonna wait for this to turn green, and then we'll laminate this, and then hopefully we can get to Turnabout stamping here. I have to mark the other stamp, so let me do that while we're waiting. Well, a lot of times, like when she's filming with me, you hear me say to her, you have to stay in frame. They can't see you. You have to stay in frame. They can't see you. So, you know, the fact that she was like thinking about all of that. And then every time like she paused the video, you know, or, you know, I was very impressed that, you know, like I watch her every day, and to see, it didn't sound like my 7-year-old baby. It was like this 10-year-old kid took over. And she's like, am I in trouble? And I'm like, why would you be in trouble unless it's live? And she's like, well, I was trying to surprise you. And I was like, well, you did surprise me. Yeah, I just have to put the X on this guy, right? So, did everybody get their mystery box from Creative Vision Stamps? Yesterday's winner did contact me, so she is going to be getting her box. I have to let Laura know, ship that out to her. Oh, Nancy moron. Okay. That goes in. Hi, Arlene. Okay, so that's done. Let me unplug Big Mama here. Okay, so I am trying to cut this evenly as Stacy recommends. Hopefully. Hopefully. And if it's not even and straight, we'll find out when we stamp it out, right? Okay. I have like 1/8 of an inch. Well, maybe 1/4. It's like 1/4 of an inch all the way around. Okay. So now, Regina, Monday work starts up again, so you won't see me for a few days. So now, Stace, this goes on here, right? And then I use some tape to kind of line this up so it's centered. Oh, but I do the stamp first. It's true. I miss you guys. All right, I'm going to use this square one. Okay, so now I line up my stamp on my X. So that looks pretty good. And then I need to center my paper also on the X. So what I'm doing is just making sure my corners are on the points as best as I can here. But I need to put some temporary adhesive on there, right? Don't run out of temporary adhesive. Hold on. All right, well, now we're going to get a lesson on how to change our tape out. Wait, I have one here. Is this... Or not. I'm out. Moving on. Okay. I know it is. I found a little Gina K one. This will work. All right. So we're going to line this guy up in the corners. And we have temporary adhesive on him. I am going to put the little magnet on the corner on the edges here. How about the part where she's like, I got to fold in my magnet tape so it doesn't get ink on it. It's like, what? Okay, I think we're rocking and rolling here. Let me get some ink pads out. I'm just going to do this one in 4 colors of pink. I have the larger Stampin' Up! Ink pads. All right, here we go. Cross your fingers, everybody. So what I did for those of you guys just joining us is I cut a 6.5 by 6.5 piece of heavy cardstock and laminated it. Before I laminated it, I drew an X and I drew arrows so that we know what direction to go in. And I saw this trick from Stacy yesterday. And then my piece of cardstock, I think, is 5 3/4. And then the Turnabout stamp, I marked by using the grid that comes with the Turnabout stamp. By centering it and putting the X on it. So here's Here's the grid that comes with it. I put an X on there and then mark the X on the back of my stamp. So you only have to do all of these things one time. And I'm just going to use some light pink inks on this particular stamp. You stamp the whole thing and then you turn it and then change the color. And it's supposed to give us like this dimensional kind of square look. So we'll try to see. This is Stampin' Up! Petal Pink. And I'm going to have to move my magnet because it's in the way anyway. I know, Stacy, but magnets are like my little, like, safety blanket. I know I don't need them, but they're just nice to have. Okay, magnets got to go. They're in the way. Bye, magnets. I think I'm going to have to put some foam down. I know, Stacy. You always tell me, and I'm wrong. Huh. Weird. It's just that one spot. A bald spot on my thing. I'm just going to put a little piece of cardstock under there. Shim it up a little bit. That's odd. It's only in that one spot. What the heck is going on here? Maybe my stamp is retarded. Hold on. All right, so I have a piece of foam here. So do I put it underneath here, Stacy? I think that foam's going to be too thick. Oh my gosh, if I mess up my stamp right now just for this stupid piece of foam. Yeah, I'm not even going to mess with it. Because I'm really afraid of messing it up. We'll come back to that one. My craft foam is too thick. Oh, you mean like do like this? Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, darn it. I see what you're saying, Stacy. Okay, girl. Okay, I got you. Hold on. All right. Put this like this. Flip this back in the corner. See, now I don't have my little sticky grid though. I just have to make sure that this is always in the corner. Do I have thinner foam? Hold on. I have thinner foam. Well, it's not much thinner. It's only a little bit thinner. And then you're saying flip the lid. Flip the lid over to the rubber side. Okay, I got you. Oh, it missed a whole area. Now, as long as this guy stays in the corner. Okay. Dare I? Here we go. It didn't work. I think there's something wrong with my stamp. It's like defective right there. I can hear you yelling at me. There's just paper to it. If you mess it up, you can flip it over. God, it's like my own words are being used against me. Okay, it worked. Phew, moving on. Color 2. Now here's the fun part. So I flipped it, turned it to the right. Is it gonna line up? Dun, dun, dun! That just shows that Stacy truly watches me. What did Charlotte say? I missed it. Hold on. Yes, she was like, I think I broke your spray. It didn't want to come out. But I used this stamp before, so it's not a new stamp. This is one I had in my stash. All right, we're moving on to a different color. Yep, pushing it down. No air bubbles. I am going to turn. Let me see here. See if that works out a little better. Okay. Sticky Grit is sold by Ranger. It's basically just repositionable adhesive. Oh no, now I don't know which way was up. Oh, that's how I was. Okay, here we go. This is... That is not lined up correctly. So that means that my edges are not square. Because this is how we were. So let's try to line it up again. This is an education in itself for me, you guys. Which is probably why I've only used this stamp like twice. Okay, so that's how he was. If I turn to the right, 90 degrees. Yeah, we're off a smidgen. Just a smidgen. I'm just going to throw the stamp on there. I'll have to fix the template later. I think this is how I did it the first time I used it, as I just eyeballed it and kept moving it around. Which is not how you're supposed to do it. It's supposed to be a lot easier than this. I do need to fix my template. Jody, thank you. We will get it. We will get it to work. You know what? I used the large Misty yesterday and I had better, maybe that's what I should do. Switch to that. I had a better chance with the large Misty. So maybe we'll switch that. Okay, the next pink color we're using is Blushing Bride. Ooh, this one's a little dried out. Might have to go get some re-inker for this one. Jody, Stacy's trying so hard, Jody, don't. Hi, Bernie. And you guys, I'm using the easy one. I'm not even on the hard one yet. I think I am going to switch over to the Misty, though. I do think that my little Tim Holtz platforms here is giving me a little bit of issues. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to make anybody's cat jump. Yeah, moving on. I'm sorry, Tim Holtz platform. We're going to take that out of the equation here. Works really well when I'm doing rubber stamps, but I guess with photopolymer stamps, or this particular stamp, it just might be too thin. That's okay. We're not giving up. We're just changing our scenery. Oh, I forgot to put my magnets back in here. Or as, ooh, that was weird. As Leah would say, hold on and then pause. All right, I'm grabbing the big Misty here. Oh, I'm glad, Connie. Happy birthday. Check to see if your template is square. Yes, ma'am. I will do that. Let me grab out Big Mama trimmer. Oops, sorry. Okay, so this is not square. 7.5. One side is a smidgen longer, this side here. It's like a hair. I mean, 6. That one's way off. 6 3/4. Okay, there we go. These are tiny, tiny little slivers. Okay. Now we had to make our own makeshift jig here, and I still am off. I can see this side still off a little bit, but we're going to run with it. If I got to manually move it around, we'll manually move it around. It's okay. We'll make do. We always do. I have my makeshift turnabout. Okay, here we go. All right. Actually, I'm going to do like that. I don't need this. I don't need that. Just going to stick this in here. Yeah, I think I should probably just buy one of the jigs at this point. If you're going to buy a Turnabout stamp, buy the jig. The jig is up. All right. Okay. Well, we've already done this. Yep. So now we are here. And I'm just going to eyeball it. This one's really not too hard to eyeball because you can see exactly where the triangles should line up. Six by 6 cardstock, is that the size we need? Okay, gal, we'll try that next. All right, so this is Flirty Flamingo as our third pink color. This one also is dry. Need to re-ink my Stampy stamps. Or my ink. John, now I know why you sent me 4 of these, because they're hard to do. All right, that one definitely came out a little bit better than the others. I still have this bald spot. I think my stamp is defective because this same little spot is not stamping. The next one we do, we're just going to cut the paper 6 by 6. All right, that doesn't look so bad. We're getting there. Okay, now let's turn and see if it lines up. Probably not though, because I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is not straight. I can see that it's not straight. It's off by a smidgen. That's okay. We'll just do this. This corner here. Okay, this is the last one, and then we'll switch to 6 by 6 paper and see if that makes it easier for us. Bye, Fairy. I just moved that. The whole thing moved. It's supposed to rain again tomorrow. I'm getting sick of the rain. On a side note, I did have several beautiful birds in my yard today, which was pretty cool. Okay, here we go. All right, our last pink is Melon Mambo. I bet if I called Leah down here, she'd figure it out faster than me. Let me get my rag. Good night, Stephanie. All right. That's pretty good. I'm going to leave it at that. No, but if I have 6x6 paper, Stacy, I can find the center of it easier to turn it. Not using the jig. All right. That was a struggle. Definitely struggle, you guys, but it worked mostly. And the little bald spots there are from the first 2 times we did it, but definitely can work with that. Can cut that into a background and put a sentiment over there. That's a keeper for sure. All right. Okay, I see what you're saying. So now let's cut, let me try 6x6. Let's try this again. We're going to make it work. You guys know, we don't give up. We do this together as a team. Six by 6. Okay, so do we want to try the same stamp or do we want to go with the other Turnabout stamp? All right, I'm checking it. We are 6x6. Yes, ma'am. Let me check it against the big trimmer. We'll double trimmer it. Arlene, I love these tonic trimmers. They do work pretty well. Okay, 6x6. All right, so we're going to try the other stamp. Oops. Yeah, this stamp is just jinxed. We're going to say that. Okay, we're going to put it back. Okay. So, then for this other one, which John submitted 4 of them for the giveaway, so there are 3 others to give away. Oh, this is not 6 by 6, so let me do this the right way. I'm going to get a ruler and a pencil. Take pictures because you guys know I hate measuring. I hate being precise with this stuff, but I think if we want this done correctly, we're going to have to do this. I don't even have a pencil. Hold on. Let me go raid my daughter's drawer. No, but I want to put the X on here, Stace. This is too much thinking. My creative brain is not liking this. That's not even straight. Okay. Well, yeah, I have this, but this is smaller than 6 by 6. So I was going to put this on here. Let me finish. Oh, now I have 2 people yelling at me. Okay. Here's the guide that came with the stamp. You guys, doesn't matter, doesn't matter. Okay. All right, what do I do? Tracy, they're yelling at me. So here was my thought. Yes, that's what I was going to do, is I was going to put the paper in here, but I need to know where the center is because my paper is slightly larger than this guide. So if I just put the guide on here, it's not going to be centered, which is the problem I was having before. So now if I have the guide in the right place, then I can put the stamp on and then flip. Jody said, what sadist invented this? Yes, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn it over. It says this side up, right? So now I have my grid lined up on my paper, my transparency. So now I can put my stamp on here. And this is where it should go. And I just have to be careful, again, because the transparency is smaller than my paper. So I want to make sure it's lined up before I close the door on it. So now I can take the transparency off. I know it's centered. And I can flip my paper now on this side and do my stamping. Is that correct? Yes, we're going to need to watch the official video. Charlotte. All right, now this stamp has different elements that we can stamp in different colors. Well, that's because you guys know how to do it. I'm learning. But if I had just put down this 6 by 6 paper, How would I have lined this up? That's what I want to know. No, because I want to know. You guys have to show us all the easy way to do it. This may not work either. We'll find out together, all together. This is not sticking. She's very good at what she does. Yes, Jennifer is an engineer. She definitely measures things. I don't measure anything. I'm like, this looks good. All right, I'm just going to stamp a couple different colors here and see how this works. But if you just eyeball the center and you turn this, as you're turning it, it may not line up correctly. That's the problem I was having with it yesterday. Because every time I turned it, it would not line up because I eyeballed it. Yes, I think the jig is a must. All right, let's do different colors here. We have some green, some pinks, some browns. I did work through this, and Stacy was trying to help me yesterday, but I was not listening to Stacy. And so here's what it's supposed to look like if you can get through it. All right, so we're going to try to do that. All right, I'm going to start with some yellow on the flowers here. All right. You guys are cracking me up. Okay. That looks okay. Oh, missed the little bitty flowers over here. I'll just buy the jig. Don't worry about it. All right, so now if I turn it to the right, we should be okay, right? Yeah, your popcorn. You guys. All right, for this color of the flowers, I'm going to go in with a light pink. Okay. Okay, it's not bad looking. Oh, my pink is really dried out. My pink did not stamp really well over here. It's not lined up 100%, but we're going to go with it. Size always matters. Stacy's correct. Okay, we're going to turn to the right again. So as long as you have the center lined up, it doesn't matter. So the trick is just to get the center lined up, right? The stamp foil, the failure stamp foiling. That wasn't my fault. That product just doesn't work. This is probably partially my fault. I don't have patience for this. Okay, it's getting there, slowly. This corner is jacked up. I think I like the square one better. At least I could see where everything was going. I mean, it's definitely colorful. Yeah, I need some reinkers for sure. Yeah, it's not, I mean, it's off a little bit, but I think because of the whimsical style of this stamp, it doesn't matter as much. This one was off too. But this one, I just couldn't pick out my color choices. I mean, I like this side. This one, no. So, just take some practice, like everything we do. Well, 3 of you guys are going to win this stamp and die set, so you guys will have to practice it. Right, it's exactly. I think I like the triangle one better. Now, there is a mini one here. I don't want anybody to have a heart attack if I try the mini one. Hold on. People are going to be like, that's it. I'm unsubscribing, Nance. How can you be a stamper and not figure out how to do a turnabout stamp, Nance? Sorry. Yeah, I mean, for my first time, second time doing the one, second time doing the other one, they definitely take a little bit of practice for sure. And I get what Stacy's saying, that your base, whatever you're turning, has to be a complete square. And so, Charlotte. All right, so this one's little, and here's the cool thing. It's confetti. I don't think I can mess this one up. This one is called Confetti Turnabout Stamp. It's a tiny little guy. I don't think it's really even going to matter if I mess this one up because it's confetti. How can you mess up confetti? Maybe I shouldn't be opening my mouth yet. All right, so this little piece of card is 4.5. I'm going to give it to the 7-year-old to figure it out, because she will figure it out. This is your punishment. This is what you're going to win. Well, it came with little flowers, actually, Jessica. So it came with these other layers that you could layer on top. So if you wanted to do all these one color and then go in with these other ones, you can go in and fix your boo-boos. Yeah, Leah, your mom needs your help. Oops. I'm not going to measure. I'm just going to eyeball the center, Stacy. This one's really not going to matter, like I said, because it's confetti. You can't mess up confetti. Okay. I just eyeballed the center, stuck the stamp down. Let's do some fun colors here. All right, one spin to the right. Clean the stamp. That's it. No more lives for you guys this week. Oh, I almost pulled the stamp off. Don't do that, Nance. Yellow. Spin it to the right. I'm not even going to clean it. Stop, Stacy. Turquoise. Okay, one more color, turn it to the right. You guys, wow, the critics are harsh tonight. okay. It's all right. Probably why I only owned one Turnabout stamp until John sent these to me. I was like, wait, I gotta think to do this? No, this is not crafting for me. Charlotte. This needs to be a little bit more on this one. All right, so there we go. Confetti is done. And then this one has some cute sentiments. It says, let's celebrate the cake, eat all the cake, happiest birthday. Has little circles and stars and other confetti bits. So obviously this one doesn't have to be precise because you don't have any, you know, it's really random in its pattern here. You don't really have anything lining up to give you any kind of like 3D effects or anything like the other Turnabout stamps. So yeah, when, you know, when it's like this, it's a lot easier. I can handle this. This one is super cute. But I'm going to have to work on the other ones, I guess. So, all right. Not great, but tough crowd tonight. Now I know you guys are my friends because now it's getting real. I think the theory of the idea is great, and I think that if you have, like Stacy said, the actual jig, buy the jig because it will be completely straight. Obviously, I made my own jig and it's not straight, so I'm going to have issues lining them up. But the flower one is definitely more of an abstract, more whimsical look. So if it doesn't line up, it's okay because it does come with some other flowers. And you're going to get the darling die and the flowers, so you can stamp out other flowers. I'm just putting all these in here together. You can stamp out extra flowers, cut them out, and then foam tape or glue them over where you did your background. And kind of cover up those boo-boos if they're not straight. The square one was probably the hardest because you do have to be the most precise with this one, the triangle one. However, I think it is the one that does look the coolest, like Stacy said, because it does look very 3D-ish, like optical illusion. So that one is pretty cool too. So 3 different types of turnabouts. These are all made by Concord and Knife. I do believe that some other stamp companies make them. I think Stacy was telling me yesterday Crafter's Companion has their own turnabout system now. So it's just a matter of finding a pattern that you like and being able to line it up and stamp it out without people yelling through the computer at you. Gina K has one. Okay. So here's the confetti one. Okay, Stacy says the other companies are also cheaper. So in theory, so there is a video. Okay, what are you guys saying? Lovely blossoms. Okay. Crafter's Companion have some, but they don't have a jig. So I'll have to watch a video on how to make a jig for you guys, and I'll find that, and I'll link it in the group for you. I don't think I want to be the one to make that video. So like this one came out okay. This one flower got some extra ink on it, so I'll just probably, you know, cut that and then maybe stamp one of those flowers out and glue it over there. This one too, the pinks kind of just rolled, the pinks and the yellows just rolled into each other there, blended in together. But for the most part, I'm not unhappy with these. And it was a lot of fun having you guys scream at me. That was actually pretty fun. At least I know there was some interaction. Oh, don't worry about my gray hairs. They're already there. Not because of you guys. You guys make it a lot easier for me most of the time. I think I'll just stick to coloring in Blue Night rubber stamps and foils for you guys. Do your own turnabouts. Well, there is Turnabout stencils. Have you guys seen those? Dun, dun, dun. Hold, please. Oh, Lord. She's getting the stencils out. The stencils are way easier, you guys. I can definitely handle the stencils. Hold on. Oh, no, it's okay, Jody. It was definitely me. I think this is the only one I have. Is it that one? Okay, I have a layered stamp from Altenew. Okay, Cube Builder. So let's show you this. If you're not into the stamps, there are stencils. We're not going to call this night a complete loss until we have some kind of success with something pretty. I do need another piece of paper. Some blue inks. All right, I'm gonna grab some distress inks. No, I only have one little basket of stencils. That's all I have. What you guys is what you saw. I don't have a lot of stencils. All right, so this is the Altenew Cube Builder stencil. I think you only flip this twice, right? Oh, God, I haven't done this one in so long, too. Please don't let me embarrass myself. Again. Bye, Charlotte. All right, so I'm going to start with some tumbled glass. Actually, I only need 2 of these, right? And I'm going to use the little domed one from scrapbook.com. Tim Holtz has some cool new stencils that you flip around and do things with, too. Yeah, they're either like the small ones or they're like long. They're not square like this. Okay, and then you turn it over. Yeah, you flip it over. This is, ooh, much darker, Salty Ocean. And all I did was flip the stencil over, so I didn't turn it. I just flipped it over. Did my family leave? I think they did. Thank goodness. I don't need to hear any more embarrassment from them. See it? Ta-da! Do you see the cubes? I think there is, but I'm not sure. Let me see. I think if we go like this, yeah, we can. Let's try it. It's not going to be perfect, but it'll work out. It'll work out. Let's go to a different color blue. Here we go. This one is Blueprint Sketch, which is a darker blue. Cubert, you're showing your age now. Can I just say, my son did not call me today, did not text me today, did not come to see me today. And I was like, you don't call or text your mom on Mother's Day? And he's like, whatever, I'll see you in a few days. I was like, you little butthead. It's okay. I had a really nice day with Leah, so it doesn't matter. All right, and then obviously you'd move the stencil down to fill in the other spots. Yes, we are. Oh, I didn't line it up perfectly, but that looks pretty cool. Yay, way more success with this than Turnabout stamps. Turnabout stencils, that's where it's at. And then you could, like I said, move this, line this up a little better to do these other spots that were missed. Oops. Grab the right dauber, Nance. There we go. All right, so there we go. We have our 3D cube stencil, and this one is from Altenew, and it's called Cube Builder. I'll link it for you guys. So there is our little makeshift 3D fun for today. Caroline 7. Well, he's at his dad's house, so he's preoccupied with the new baby, so I get that. Yes, in fact, Leah and I, when we went today, it looked like 2 of the other people got bumped out of line. So yes, today, as of today, Leah and I still are yes. Oh, Jessica, so sweet though. Yeah, I'll link this one for you guys for sure. And then this is much easier than to cut it down and then decide what we're going to do with it. Oh, when Leah was when she did her video and she said, hold on, I need to get a piece of scratch paper. I need to swatch it out. I was like, you really do listen to me. I go, where'd you get the swatch paper from? She goes, my desk. I go, just reach in the trash can. Mommy always has trash and paper in the trash that you could get it. Well, Karen, they have it for the men, the women, a boy, and a girl. So I think for the women, this is the advantage of being a woman here, is that I'm pretty sure I don't have too many women that I'm up against. But you never know. Oh, Regina got her foils. Yes, teenagers are smelly. That was the one thing, like today, Leah and I was like, the house is clean. I can make enough dinner for me and her. We had yesterday's dinner for today's dinner as leftovers. I don't have to worry about making anything special because he's a picky eater. I don't have to worry about anybody yelling or screaming or all the hot water out of the shower. So I'm not complaining. He'll be back next week. But I know he wanted to spend time with his brother and the baby, and he knows mommy's a little miffed right now with the grades and the report card, so he's staying out of the fire. Look at how easy that is. Aw, that's wonderful, Bernie. Yeah, I always just grab them right out of the trash. Because, you know, when we cut them down, those little pieces end up in the garbage. So I'm like, Leah, just grab out of the trash can. She's like, what? Oops. So here's our backgrounds for today. Lots of fun. I'm sorry I couldn't give you a really good demonstration of the Turnabout. I will work on that for you. He'll figure it out though, because he's got one of those brains, you know. He's definitely going to be some kind of an engineer or something when he grows up. He's one of those kids. Well, happy Mother's Day to all of you guys. Thank you for spending time with me and watching me struggle through that Turnabout stamp and my Tim Holtz stamping platform didn't help, but we will definitely figure it out and work on it. I just got to get my jig. I got to make sure my jig is square. I think once I figure out how to make my jig square, because I can see that this side and this side are not square. So I might just cut it all the way down to the line. Then I'll know it's square. Thank you guys. Have a good night. We are just a few away from 15,000. I'm trying to put the giveaway items in packages so that all I have to do is slap an address label on and send them out to you guys. So we're working on that. We are going to do next week another giveaway for the other Mega Mystery Box on our Foiling and Stamping Fun Facebook group. So please join our group, Foiling and Stamping Fun, on Facebook. Stacy or Tracy will put the link up there for you guys. There is a post on there that says, show me your best foiled card. That's what we want to see. And then we will pick somebody for that. And yeah, then we're going to start pulling winners off of my YouTube, off of my Facebook, off of my Instagram, off of everywhere that I can pull winners, because we're going to have a lot of stuff to give away. What I'm going to probably do is start pulling names next week, so that Friday is my day off. I'll just go to the post office in one shot and mail everything. But don't forget to get your cards out. So May 15th, you want to have all your cards out. That is the last day of the Blue Knight Rubber Stamps discount code, which is 2020. May 26th, it's either the 26th or the 28th, Creative Vision Stamps is going to stop taking orders. So don't forget, she has those 10 new foils listed on there if you want to go and see if that's something worth it or not worth it. Stacy, I got to put one on there. Yep, I'm working on that. Oh, cool. Thank you, Stacy. Can you also link that in our group, please? Thank you, thank you, thank you. So now that you found Nancy's failed way of doing it, Stacy's posting the right way of doing it. What else do we have going on? I have some lovely things coming from Kitchen Sink Stamps. They have a new release coming out. I think it's going to be for June. So I'm excited to see those, as well as I have some things coming that I'm going to put in the giveaway boxes from Kitchen Sink Stamps for you guys as well. So lots and lots of goodies. Thank you guys all for being so supportive, not only to me, but to each other. I see all of the kindness being spread, not only on the channel here, but also on the Facebook group. And I love that so many people, so many hundreds and thousands of miles away, have become crafty friends. I'm very, very lucky to say that I have gained some new friends and have been able to have some chats with you guys. So Stacy actually had recommended yesterday during my chat that maybe I do a giveaway that you get to win. You get to win some Facebook time with me if you would like to do that. A Facebook video where it's almost like a Zoom or a Facebook video where I can chat and talk and craft with you for maybe half an hour, an hour. It's a lot of fun. And, you know, we just put things together and we just talk about life in general, or if you are having any kind of issues and you want me to see what kind of issues you're having, I can try to help you through, especially with foiling issues, something I do know about. So maybe we'll do some of that too. So, we would schedule it like right now, like I said, my days off are going to be Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. So if I can, you know, schedule, and I understand there's a time differences too, but, yeah, I'll be happy to do that as well. Oh, see, Bonnie, that's awesome. I know that a lot of you guys have been doing Zooms together, sending cards back and forth. Yeah, don't ask me about Turnabout stamps. Sending cards back and forth to each other, not just in the card exchange, but just, you know, the kindness of your heart. And I do appreciate that. You guys are so awesome. Okay, we are almost through this. I know I keep saying that, but I feel like, you know, Pennsylvania is one of the hardest states right now. We are definitely in lockdown. They are going to be lifting some of the restrictions in some of the areas. Not exactly my area, but as things start to lift in the states, we'll hopefully see some, you know, light at the end of the tunnel, everything getting back to kind of normal. I'm saying today I cannot wait to go get my hair cut, get my nails done. you know, drive to a restaurant and sit down and actually eat a meal where I don't have to cook and clean up. I said I gained weight because of all of the cooking I'm doing while I'm at home, because now I'm cooking breakfast, lunch, dinner. I'm not just gonna like throw something together. I'm like cooking good, wholesome, comfort food, which is really bad for me because I'm like Paula Deen. I love butter on everything. I'm a pasta girl. So, Stacy, I'm so jealous. So, Caroline, I try to go to as many as I can go to within a 3-hour driving. So I go to SSAT, which is Stamp Scrap Art Tour. I also go to Heirloom Rubber Stamping. The creative, the one you just said, what was that? Creating keepsakes or whatever. Oh, trolley, 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 troll. Goodbye, troll. Thank you, Tracy. Well, he came out of nowhere with nonsense. Anyway. Yes, Creating Keepsakes in Lancaster. I've gone to that one once. So I'm hoping there's going to be one in York, one in Maryland, the one in Allentown, and then there's usually one in Jersey, like outside of Jersey, Philadelphia area. So I will try to go to those shows. So if I do go, I will definitely let you guys know. So hopefully we can meet up. So... Hi, Ryan. How are you, darling? Ryan, I bet you were busy today making up some good Mother's Day goodies. I got cheesecake from Cheesecake Factory today, so I'm feeling special. Plus the cheesecake Leah and I made yesterday. I got double cheesecakes in the fridge. As I'm sitting here talking about the extra pounds on my hips. Oh, Ryan, yeah, don't watch this video without taking some Dramamine. I think I lost a few viewers tonight, Ryan. There was some yelling going on. I'm pretty sure some cursing, and I can't watch Nancy anymore. I'm out. My own family ditched me. And we just got a troll on here, so whatever. Stacy, you naughty, naughty girl. Aw, I love you too. All right, I need to go give Miss Leah an eczema bath because her eczema is way bad. And obviously I gotta work tomorrow, so I gotta get up early. Blech. So I will save these and put these in the background, do something with them pile, and when I make cards, I'll show you the cards. Get your cards sent out for your little groups. Has anybody not sent out their cards yet? I mean, you don't have to publicly admit it, but I would like to shame you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Well, hopefully everybody is continuing to stay safe. It did hit someone in my family who did pass away. Not me personally, but my sister, Kiki, who already left us. One of her in-laws did pass away, so I have to make her a sympathy card. But I want you guys to stay safe. It's only for a short time longer. I gotta go get Miss Leah an oatmeal bath because her eczema is out of control. To return for, yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. I did mail some thicker cards out, so I am afraid. Yes, Karen wants the Cubert. I'm gonna have to look up some Cubert. I can't even say it. Cubert, and I'm like. I like the colors. That came out pretty. All right, guys. Have a good night. Stay in, stay safe. I don't know how much work. Supposedly, we're going through some heavy training in the next 3 weeks, so I don't know how much work I'm going to have to do. So you may or may not see me tomorrow. I'm not going to make any promises, but check my Facebook group, Nancy Stamps 15, Facebook, Nancy Stamps 15 on Instagram, because there's going to be more giveaways, you guys. Good night, everybody. I love you all. Virtual hugs. Where's Crafting Queen at? She ditched us too? She got sick off of my thing, didn't she? She was like, oh, hell no, I ain't watching Nancy do this. Good night. Night. Stay safe. Keep on stamping in a good, proper manner. Yes, she did. I'm going to go up and get some ice cream now, too. I thought I saw her earlier. All right, well, I'll yell at her later. Bye, guys. Ryan, don't forget your Dramamine before you watch this.